Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. This your boy, Town Biz. All right, so I wanted to talk about a story that's starting to make its waves around, social media and, YouTube and whatnot. Apparently, there was a situation with, I guess you can say, a former employee with Alaska Airlines, according to reports. Her name is Nellie Diala, if I'm not mistaken. But nevertheless, she lost her job, which she claimed to be her dream job at Alaska Airlines, because basically she pretty much violated social media company policy conduct, in which she put up a few videos or possibly several videos. I only seen like maybe three of her basically twerking on the job in an airplane, in full fledged uniform. Obviously, either she doesn't comprehend English or she just thought she could do what she wanted. But of course, she basically posted explaining the situation, and she did the typical response, typical possibly black woman response. Now, I don't know if she's all the way black based off her name. She might be, mixed with something. I don't know if she's, FBA, I don't know. But nevertheless, she's black looking. But, with that being said, instead of her taking accountability, saying that she made a mistake and she used poor judgment, she did the typical, people are too sensitive. It's everybody else's fault but hers that she got fired for clearly violating company policy. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to see a lot of that, with employers, where they're going to start making you sign social media conduct policies. And that's just real talk, because they see the power and the influence of social media. So basically, you're going to see that basically starting to become routine and the normal, because at the end of the day, the company has to protect their image. But for her to sit up there and point the finger at everybody else, instead of her just saying she made a mistake, because maybe she could get a job somewhere else. But for her to say that people are too sensitive just goes to show you where she is as a person. Now, of course, there's going to be some people that's going to defend her and talk that bullshit body positivity stuff. Here's the thing. This has been going on for years. And this is before social media. If you work for a company, if you are on company time and anything happens, the company can possibly fire you. Even if you're on duty or off duty, on duty or not. Let's just say you work for Coca-Cola or Pepsi or Cisco Foods, US Foods, whatever, US Sprint. And let's just say you go into a grocery store and something happens. You get into it with somebody. You threaten somebody. They can fire you because you are hurting and jeopardizing basically the business. And it's just simple as that. You're representing the company. So guess what? Something happens. Well, they can sue the company that you work for. And then everybody knows the power of social media. So that enhances it and makes it 2 to 4 times worse. But this lady is clearly violating company policy. And I mean, she's done. And apparently she said she had been on the job like about 6 months. Wow. You barely probably passed probation. If you signed that company policy document, conduct policy document, it's pretty much nothing, even if you have a union, they could do, because you were clearly in violation, and they explained to you clearly So obviously this person didn't care, and she said that was her dream job. Well, obviously she didn't care about her dream job too much, because she basically threw away her dream job for notoriety and attention, and to be sitting up there twerking on the job. Now then, here's the situation. We all have been hearing about this situation with Joy Taylor. Now let's just say, like Godfrey says, somebody another Alaska Airline employee sees her, or somebody that happens to fly Alaska Airlines sees her, recognize her, and then they say something to her that she may deem inappropriate. Then next thing you know, she's running back to social media. Then she's playing victim. Oh, I'm being sexualized. I'm being generalized. So that's dangerous for the company. So then you have a dilemma where next thing you know, you have basically people like me talking about a dilemma. And I don't want to hear this stuff about protect black women and all this kind of shit, because at the end of the day, once again, she brought that on herself. She should have protected herself, and she should have protected her job. Because at the end of the day, people don't want to see that stuff. Okay? Act like you got some sense. Act like you got some respect for yourself. It's always this stuff about, oh, everybody's against me. People are too sensitive. Or as Godfrey would say, let's just say, the captain seen this. And he says, hey, what are you doing afterwards? Because when you fly, depending on where you fly, you have a layover. Let's just say you fly from, SFO to Atlanta. In all likelihood, you have a layover. You got to go stay at a hotel. So let's just say the captain sees you say, hey, I saw you on TikTok. Why don't you come up later? What's up? Then all of a sudden, here comes then she's running to human resources, and then the captain's out of the job because he assumes that, she might be, about that action, that other kind of action. So in the grand scheme of things, I don't feel sorry for her. Not one bit. But we know there's going to be videos with people defending her, and it's going to show how they really are and how they conduct themselves. At the end of the day, you are on the job. You are on company time. You were clearly in violation of company policy. Company conduct social media policy. You signed that waiver where basically if you violated that policy, you can and will in all likelihood lose your job. And for her to say she'd been there 6 months, she just showed blatant stupidity. And I hate using that word, but that's just the bottom line. Now, I don't, I think she should retweet or whatever, where she issued a statement. She talked about she was wrongfully terminated. No, you wasn't wrongfully terminated. No, you wasn't wrongfully terminated. The company had every right to react to what you put on social media. You were in a Alaska Airlines uniform. You were on company time. You were on the clock. And like I said, it's just no way to get around that. And she need to just own up to the mistakes she made. And like I said before, who knows? If she's listening to this video, if you are listening to this video, take down that tweet or that post, whatever social media platform you put it on, and basically change your statement and say, hey, basically, I made a terrible error in judgment. I regret what I did. And if I'm given a second chance with another airline, something like that won't ever happen again. Now, I'm not going to say go work for Spirit, because Spirit just announced they're going to lay off 200 employees. Part of their, bankruptcy, cost cutting and everything. So, with that being said, I hope this is a learning lesson for her, but apparently not, because based off what she put on social media by her playing the victim and playing everybody against her, and I'm going to keep this 100. I'm not going to make this about race. This particular situation is just about conduct. And I'm just going to say this is just real talk. Black women, Y'all got to stop doing this shit. Because I know somehow, some way, some dizzy lizzy black woman is going to try to put this on black men and say, why are black men not defending her and take it up? I'm not defending this. Absolutely not. Because she brought it on herself. How can you defend somebody that did something where she put herself at risk? Where she obviously, she said it was her dream job. She didn't give a damn about it. So no, I'm not going to play that game. Not in this particular situation. I'm just keeping it 100. I will defend black women when they need to be defended. But in this particular case, once again, she brought it on herself. There you have it. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.